Hello everybody, hope that you're good, because Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin is in trouble at the moment. And I'm making this very quick video. I'm only going to be talking about Bitcoin, just to give you a market update, because I do think that my videos are more important. When there is a big volatile move, I think that's when I need to speak with you guys with the voice so I can explain myself further, instead of just, using X and posting with a limitation in characters, because it's not the same. So it's going to be a quick video. We're going to talk about what happened in the crypto market in the last few days, what can happen in the next few weeks, and most important, what do I need to see in Bitcoin next week in order to not call for lower prices over the following weeks. So let's start from the beginning. What happened on Friday? Friday is this daily candle here, red daily candle, 2% drop, nothing. It doesn't even stand out compared to the rest of the candles, right? So on Friday, if you don't have the knowledge of what happened, then you would never guess something big happened. And it did. Bybit got hacked. Bybit is currently the top 2 biggest exchange in the crypto market. They got hacked. They lost $1.5 billion from their reserves, from their cold wallet, and the crypto market didn't react. Neither on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. For 3 days, no reaction. The S&P dropped quite a lot on Friday, almost a 2% drop, 1.67% drop. The crypto market didn't care. It was very strong, okay? And also for the next 2 days. Then, you could say, okay, I see a strength, I see resilience in the Bitcoin chart. It's behaving quite toughly, Then on Monday, what happens in the stock market? 0.35% drop. That's nothing. On Tuesday, 0.44% drop. That's a bit more, but still nothing big. And Bitcoin suddenly crashes. You can see Monday 5% drop. Tuesday 3% drop, Wednesday 3% drop, and the conclusion that I come with this is that this drop that we are seeing here is not correlated to the stock market as many traders are currently thinking. They think, okay, Bitcoin is dropping because the stock market is dropping. That's not true, because if that would be the case, then you would have seen the drop starting from Friday and also probably even continuing over the weekend, even though there is not much liquidity on Saturdays and Sundays. But no, instead, Friday strong, Saturday, Sunday very stable, and then we start to drop from Monday, when the stock market is hardly making any price difference, to the downside. So it's quite obvious that this drop isn't because of the S&P is dropping, and I can stop but think that it's a bit odd that on Friday you got a Bybit hack, then crypto shows strength, nothing happens. Then on Monday, 3 days later, we see a massive liquidation cascade in the crypto market. There has been already $500 million worth of long liquidations hit in Bybit. Today is gonna be also more numbers adding to the amount, and right after that, they announced that they're starting to repay their loans. Because yes, Bybit, they took loans to replace those funds that got hacked, that got stolen. So it seems a bit weird. I don't want to say it. I'm not a conspiracy guy, so I don't have a tinfoil hat on, but this is one of those times that make you doubt of what is really happening behind these scandals. It just seems a bit weird, okay? Now, if we talk about Bitcoin from price action and a structural point of view, then we lost the range lows. That's really bad news. Now, we had these lows here. That was 87,000.1. That could be support. The first time it held, yesterday it held. Today, let's see what is happening. It's possible that today's drop that we are seeing is to hit those liquidations that are there, okay? Because if you look at this, there is some liquidations right there, okay? There. That's at 85,700. Exactly where we are right now at, okay? So It's possible that the drop we are seeing right now in this moment, it's only a spike down to hit these liquidations of early long positions, okay? And then if we can reclaim that support, that dotted white line, okay, who knows what happens. Now, I'll tell you what I think, well, what I'm looking for next week. I do need next week to see a recovery of the range lows, okay? I need to see a recovery, not of the support, but of the actual range lows. I need that by next week, because if that happens, then I think, okay, that was a fake out, God knows why. That was a fake out towards this support, then you reclaim the range lows and back to normality. We can continue trading this range, okay? However, if we don't see that next week and instead we see something like this, I don't even care. This is something boring like this, then that is telling me we're gonna continue dropping lower. And that target, I have it quite clear, guys. It's 77,000. Why? Here you can see that 77,000 is in a very random zone. Lower you have a very strong support, which would be 71, 72,000. That should hold that support. But 77,000, guys, is two very important levels. First of all, is the CME gap that you can see here. That, again, most CME gaps, I think it's 88% of them, they get filled at some point. Now, the problem with the CME gap is the same as the long wicks. They get filled, but you don't know when. Well, although long wicks are stronger than CME gaps. But the question here is that if you don't recover the range lows, which are these ones here, okay? And in fact, you can see here a very small CME gap there, okay? So if we don't target the CME gap to the upside first, so that would need, give me a recovery of the range lows, and then, can continue trading like this, okay? So if we don't get that, then we're gonna go straight away towards this CME gap, right? So if the next week we'll recover the range lows, or I would say that it's highly likely that the following weeks will drop towards 77k CME gap, which is also, by the way, guys, the weekly 50 MA in Bitcoin, okay? Because you can see here, you do it like this, weekly time frame, you see there, guys, it's at 67.5k right now. It's gonna, of course, continue creeping upwards, eventually reaching 77k. But there you have two confluences to the idea that 77k is a level that should hold. Also, the weekly 50 MA is historically the best indicator in Bitcoin to analyze whether if we're in a bull or a bear market. So it's possible, that we drop towards 77k, retest the weekly 50 MA, fill the CME gap to the downside, that imbalance is done, and then prices can continue going higher and resume the uptrend. And it wouldn't look anything like anything bad in a higher time frame. If you saw something like this, it doesn't look that bad really. So again, to avoid this from happening, we need to recover the range lows next week, which is true that it looks quite hard and quite difficult that it happens. So pay attention to that, guys. That's what I would like to tell you, okay? Keep an eye on, let me go back 4 hour time frame. Keep an eye on 91,500 the range lows. And if I remove all these drawings here that I've done, I'll tell you what I'm looking, okay? If this drop here that we are seeing right now, if that is basically the hunt of these liquidations here, okay, then I need a fast recovery over Wednesday and Thursday, very aggressively, get back above the dotted line. That's where you can open a long position and target the range lows, okay? And this move here can happen very quickly in 1 or 2 days. It can happen on, Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday. It wouldn't be something crazy, but it's true that it's difficult to happen. And my main point in this video is that, if we don't recover the range lows by next week, including next week, okay, so you have the deadline of next week. If we don't recover the range lows, that's 91.5k next week, if you don't do this, then it's likely that we drop further to 77k, okay? So if we see something like this next week, then it's very possible that the following weeks we continue dropping there. So be very careful with that, guys. I'll continue keeping you updated, but these are right now my high time frame thoughts and views in this precise moment. So that's what I want to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I don't want to take more of your time, and I'll see you soon.